Another day in paradise. Good morning. I'm not too sure about this hat. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about this hat. I don't really have that much to say today. Surprisingly, I'm feeling very quiet.
Video, but I ended up in the wrong car park.
Now, I must have reshuffled my backpack maybe 3-4 times now. Just can't seem to get it very comfortable. Clean shoes. Sludge. Wow, this plant is looking so happy and healthy out in the bushland. A bit like me. Sure is a big, beautiful field out there. Civic Centre Park appears to be quite lovely. I got my blue hat on today, just trying to see if I could make that match the blue jumper, but I'm not sure if I'm succeeding there. Okay, so it's gonna be 14-minute walk, it's telling me, to get to the landing. So we are in Cannington. Unfortunately, the sun is behind me, so I'm looking a little bit shaded in, but let me have a look at my phone, make sure I'm still going the right way. Yeah, so we're gonna head down Camden Street, about 450 meters. So just over there, it looks like there's some nice apartments, which is pretty cool. And then if you swing around here, you can see some of the houses. Now, I still think I have it on 1.4 times zoom. Bear with me while I fix that up, because I had the zoom on while I was down by the reeds, trying to see if we could find any river monsters, super snakes. I wonder what sort of wildlife is lurking around in the reeds here. Very swampy. I'd say it's probably about a meter deep or so in the reeds, but you could probably have to be mindful that there's also snakes probably in here. So you'd have to keep a little an eye out for that. Okay, back in action. Now you can see a bit more of suburbia, being Cannington. Weather, how are we for weather? I'll let you guys decide. Have a look. Nice, mostly clear blue skies. A little bit of cloud coverage, but nothing, I believe, that's gonna stop us on our little adventure today. Yeah, so it's currently about 11. No, I think it's about 11:30 actually. So it's getting on to lunchtime, so it's starting to pick up in the streets. People heading out, social gatherings, heading out for lunch. Oh, I think I've got to turn right down here. Okay. Put my indicator on. I just can't seem to get a break with this lighting, can we? See, I need to be really looking that way. Okay, I think I found the nature path, which is good. Just looking at my phone, remind me. So the goal is to reach Mason's Landing Point, or Mason's Landing Park. And I found a lovely little trail. So I think it's
towards Carden Drive.
Thank you, Google. Alrighty, I haven't been on this path before, so a bit of a new adventure. So this also is very close to the housing. I'll swing around and show you. Alright, I'm pretty satisfied that I don't believe I need Google navigation anymore, but Let's make sure, see where I'm going. Am I going the right way? Nope, I've taken the wrong turn, which was very easy to do. Okay, I might back up and see if I can correct that. Alright, looks like I need to go this way. Floor's a bit sludgy around here. Another day in paradise. With some cool apartments, townhouses up here, directly across. A bit shaded in, but yeah, nice and quiet if you're looking to go for a walk around this reserve or park. Alright. Okay, am I going the right way? Yes. Yes, I believe I am. It's always a good thing. Okay, I'm going to turn the navigation on. Nice blue sky. Not too many birds out there chirping or whatnot, unless they're busy eating their lunch or looking for lunch themselves. Oh, got a fellow running behind me. I best move over so I don't take over his side of the path. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, so very lovely Saturday today. Sun's out. Cannot ask for much better weather than this, especially when it comes to winter. So these are the winter days that you want in summertime. Sorry, in summertime. These are the days that you want in winter time, especially on a weekend. Hey, we're encountering our first issue. We have path closed due to Canning wastewater upgrades. See it, report it. Okay, alright, so no dirt bikes or motocross out here. Hello again. I'm not too sure about this hat. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about this hat. I actually have my other hat with me in my backpack. It's kind of in a very uncomfortable position at the moment. It's actually digging into my back. So, yeah. Well, I'm gonna start trekking along. I don't really have that much to say today. Surprisingly, I'm feeling very quiet. I think it's because I'm sort of in a little bit of an unfamiliar area today. Not 100% sure where I'm going with this path. And the car's parked a little bit further away than what I was hoping for, so it's got me on edge a little bit. Oh, that's a very cool little twist down there. I'm starting to feel a little bit more calm now that I'm away from the sounds of traffic. Literally, you're probably only a few hundred meters away from the main roads, and you can just feel the sense of calm coming in as you can hear less sounds from the automobiles out in the main street. Alrighty, so it appears that I have two options in life. It's usually the way, isn't it? You can go left or go right. And well, what should I do? Go left or should I go right? Watching the water. There's a nice little sign here. I'm gonna read it out to you, give it a little presentation. Watching the water. Water drains into this wetland from the catchment before flowing in to the Canning River. Water flow and water quality are checked here to see if the wetlands is reducing nutrients and pollutants into the Canning River. High water acidity and low oxygen levels affect aquatic life. The types and numbers of invertebrates living in the water are indicators of the health of this wetland. I have the media mod on, which is not waterproof. So if I was to drop the camera into that little water area there, then it's a possibility it could damage the camera. Although the GoPro is actually waterproof, so who knows? You'd have to really try it out to see if it did break or not, but I'm not really that keen to find out how waterproof the GoPro 11 is with the media mod on. Yeah, I had a pretty big workout at the gym last night, so I did about 30 minutes weights, and then I did about an hour on the elliptical machine, which turned out to be about 9 kilometers. So the legs are feeling a little bit achy and sore from that. G'day, do you know if Lehman's Park's down this way?
Which one, sorry?
Lehman's Park. Lehman's Lane, I think. Oh, Mason's Park.
Oh,
sorry.
Mason's Landing is that way.
Mason's Lane is that way. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So I can't go that way to get there?
No, because you'll be on the wrong side of the river.
Oh, okay.
It's down, all the way down that way on this side of the river,
I see.
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, that way, if you keep going, you'll get to Kent Street Weir.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll just
which
go
is
up
nice
for a wander
too,
there.
But,
Yeah, you can go through that way.
Yeah, you
to
can
Kent,
walk through the trees and around to Kent
and
Street.
then
Yeah.
continue up that way.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Have a fantastic day. Alright, so it looks like we're probably going to go this way. Just see where the path goes. Yes, my internal navigation system seems to be a little bit off today. Yeah, it can happen when you're in new areas. I'm sure I'm not the first person it's ever happened to. Yeah, there's a nice little bridge here which you can track along. Oh, this gives a nice view of the river here. This is the Canning River. So you get people canoeing out here as well. Maybe winter, maybe summer, any season really. Yeah, very beautiful down here. Surprised there's not more people out going for treks or whatnot. So, the Water Corporation is in the midst of the Canning wastewater upgrades, and I think that's probably a good thing. So these projects need to be undertaken and completed, I guess. So just doesn't look that scenic, but oh no, the path's closed. Path closed, detour. Maybe we'll see where that takes me. Alrighty, swapped over to the other hat. I don't know if it kind of matches the blue jumper, but that doesn't really matter, does it? It's very peaceful out here. Quite enjoying peacefulness. I'm just going to be mindful with where I'm stepping, because I don't think it would take much to take the one wrong step. But here, for example, wow, it's a bit sludgy. It's very peaceful, but that's what we're after, aren't we? Looking for peace. Peace and quiet in nature. On our little lakes tours. Whoop. Over there, it's very beautiful. Look at that luscious greenery, grass there. I don't know if anyone actually mows it or whatnot, or what's the story with that, or they just let it grow naturally. But maybe they do. As you can see here, it's a little bit higher. But there's some lovely big fields out here. Well, something's made its way into my shoes. It's all part and parcel of a Darren's Aussie adventure, isn't it, really? I love it. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. Couldn't ask for any other better day. And I'm gonna swing you around and show you this big, beautiful field out there. You're probably thinking, is there any kangaroos out there? It's a good question. I wonder if there actually is any kangaroos out there. Honestly, I could not tell you, but I doubt it that there is any kangaroos out there. That's not to say that there isn't, but this looks like the perfect environment for kangaroos to mingle and hang out in groups. I suspect that there's not that many people out here because of the sludgy paths that you've got to walk on. That's what my inclination would be. I don't even know if that's the right word, but I'll have to look that one up. Ah, these lovely little, pretty little flowers over here. They almost look a little bit like daisies, don't they? This path just seems to just keep going and going. I'm not sure what I'm expecting to find on it. Oh, lovely. A few more, larger group of them. That brought a smile to my face. There's pretty little pink flowers out in the middle of the harsh kind of color tones of the bush out here. It's very green, a lot of greenery out here. Let's go have a look, see if we can peel some bark off. Alrighty, it's probably spider land in here. What do we got down here? More paper bark, our favorite. We love paper bark. Trees just peeling, shedding their skin. They're a bit like humans, really, aren't they? Now, today is just a little bit of a random day. I was expecting to get to Mason's Park, which I misnamed. But today is just a little random clip of park in Perth. So I had to be out in Cannington today, so thought, hey, make a video, but I ended up at the wrong car park. So yeah, because I actually thought the car park that I was going to was going to take me there, but it didn't turn out to be the way. Some things are just like that, aren't they? Now, I must have reshuffled my backpack maybe 3-4 times now. I just can't seem to get it very comfortable. It's highly irritating me. Okay, so I probably don't need the jumper on now because it's been walking a little bit, so off with the jumper. Wasn't satisfied with the blue hat, so I got my favorite hat back on. Yes, just continuing on the path of randomness today. Today is just a random video, so didn't quite get to where I wanted to go, so today can just be a video about going where you want to be and accepting the fact that you didn't quite get to where you wanted to. That's alright. Sometimes the incorrect path can take you to the path that you actually need to be going on. So now we're going back on the opposite way. So very shortly we will be approaching the sludgy sliminess. That's okay. I guess it's better than walking on concrete, isn't it? I just can't seem to get this V-log right. Interestingly enough, as I decided to take the jumper off, lo and behold, the wind's picked up and it's now become a lot chillier. So I think we're not too far from the airport as well. So you hear a lot of planes overhead. Since being here, I must have heard at least maybe 2 or 3 airplanes go by. But that's okay. People need to get to their destinations, don't they? Yeah. I'm actually feeling quite hungry. It is pretty much lunchtime, so I just had a small breakfast for a couple hours ago. Had my oats, had some yogurt, some honey. You guessed it, caramel cappuccino. That was actually quite a nice one, actually. I find the more caramel syrup that you put in it, the sweeter it gets. The downside is, the more caramel syrup that you put in it, is the more exercise you have to do to burn it off. Because it all just sits and accumulates on the waistline. Okay, just be a bit more mindful up here as we're crossing over the sludge. Clean shoes. Sludge. Sludge, sludge, sludge. Okay. So the plan of attack would be to go around it. It's probably the best decision I've made so far today. Not saying that I've made bad decisions today. I've had a few challenges today so far. Not everything has gone my way, but I've managed to adapt to the different things that have come my way on the paths, and wanting to go to this park, that park, not getting to the right car park. Whew. Now I broke rule number 1 today, and that was always take water with you. So I am actually going to cut the walk short, I guess you could say, because I don't have water with me. And yeah, plus it's a new area as well, so I always like to make sure I've got water with me when I'm out trekking. I think it's a very good idea. I think most people would probably agree. So you've always got to stay hydrated when you're out and about and trekking. It's of the utmost importance to stay hydrated. Most definitely. Yeah. So you got to get that water into your body, fuel those muscles. Well, one of the bonuses of this beautiful weather is don't need sunscreen to be out here, which is pretty cool. Because the UV levels probably, I don't know, I'd say they'd probably be sitting on about 2 or 3, or somewhere between 2 and 5 maybe. Maybe a little bit higher at lunchtime. But no sunscreen required because of such low UV levels. Maybe the Cancer Council may disagree, but you could more or less just about spend the whole day out here and not have to worry too much about getting sunburnt, which is really cool. So I think I should just call this the sludge path. The path to sludge. Some nice bushes over there. Now, I can't help but feel like I've chewed through an excessive amount of battery. Actually, there's a very cool little sneaky looking path just down here. I think it's going to give us a good little view of the Canning River. Wow, very cool. Getting close. Ah, look at this. Now, if you're good at climbing trees, then I would recommend that you could get up there and go exploring. You could probably, whoops, you could climb right up there, but not too sure how deep the water is here, so wouldn't recommend diving right in. See, the water's just flowing slowly down. So, some nice pretty pink little bushes there. Getting right into it, aren't we? It's a lovely little bush plant, this one. Very sludgy out here. The land of sludge. Not sure what I'm hoping to expect out here, but I have managed to come across another interesting, lovely looking plant. This is known as a glasswort, which is a species of glassworts. So yeah, conditions are, it requires full sun or partial suns, and the temperature range that it quite enjoys is -15 to 30 degrees. So that there explains why this plant is looking so happy and healthy out in the bushland. A bit like me. So I'm currently down to about 10% battery. The battery has seemed to have chewed through a lot quicker than what it usually has today. I would say it's because I've had the video running on 60 frames per second as opposed to 30 frames per second most of the time. Couple of times that's actually happened to me today. Oh good, just shake it off. So yeah, so I may have to do another emergency battery change. So set the camera down somewhere, so that means removing the GoPro media mod pack and then getting another battery in there. But the question is, how much charge is actually on the spare battery, the Enduro battery? So I gave this one a good charge up to 100% before I left home today. But it seems to have gone through maybe a little bit quicker than normal. But yeah, I guess shooting in a higher frame rate probably chews through the battery. So that clearly makes sense. Alrighty, so I'm maybe 50 meters from the main path. So just went exploring some of the bushland, just trying to find the sweet spot with the sun on me, but not without me going blind from staring at the sun. Oh, life's a learning adventure, isn't it? Well, we can't complain about the sky or the weather, really, can we? The forecast actually for today was for a little bit of rain, so I was expecting rain today, so it's kind of just a blessing that there's no rain out here. So I'm going to continue through the sludge and see if I can do a battery change, I think, pretty shortly, because I have got the horrid red mark on the camera screen telling me that I've got very low battery. Yes, a bit like my internal batteries at the moment saying, Darren, get some lunch, your batteries are running low. either way, if I do decide to end the video here, it's been an amazing day. It's been a bit of an odd adventure, but sometimes in life, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having a bit of an odd adventure and not sticking to the paths and seeing where you end up. So, this has been Canning Regional Park, I believe. Didn't quite get to where I was originally going to go to. Not to say that we can't go there in the future, but this is my Saturday. So whatever day you're viewing this on YouTube, I hope you're having a good day or evening or lunch, morning, whatever it is. Cool. Alrighty, I'll see you in the next video. I've got 3% battery. What I can report to you is I have made it safely back to where I started, and there's a few little ducks just in the pond there. Right over there, there is a black swan. So, very excited to see them. So, it's been a very awesome little adventure today. Couldn't help myself, ended up getting some Hungry Jacks, which is known as Burger King, just after my trek. So, I'll probably have to go to the gym and work that off, I would believe. But I'll see you next time.